copper price continues to hit all-time highs and is currently over $6 per pound. On the hunt for more copper is Leviathan Metals in a highly prolific belt over in Africa. Here to tell me more about it is CEO Luke Norman. Luke, it's a pleasure to see you. How are you?
Wonderful, and thank you for having me this afternoon.
Now, who doesn't love a copper hunt out in Botswana? On the 7th of January, you announced that you had finished the acquisition of your tenements in the Kalahari Copper Belt region. Can you tell me more about what this acquisition means for Leviathan Metals?
Yeah, literally on the hunt. We spent 4 years looking for a tier one copper asset, and it's not an easy thing to find. You know, it wasn't a bull market at the time, but finding really good assets like these is quite the undertaking. So yeah, we've managed to pull together almost 12,000 square kilometers along the Kalahari Copper Belt and numerous tenements.
Now, your particular project is called Central, located in Botswana. What makes this region so prospective for copper? What took you out here to look for this tier one asset?
Yeah, so the central portion of our tenements, aptly named, it sits next to a already discovered and developed copper mine, a massive venture there actually, recently purchased for about close to $2 billion, another $700 million have gone into it. And we have a continuation of their land package with some really highly prospective geology.
I know you just completed an airborne survey on this area. What is the benefits of this type of geophysics? And obviously, what is it going to lead to?
Very good question. So geophysics is all important in this style or this model of exploration that we're entering into at Central. So stacks and stacks of geophysics saves you a lot of time with the drill and a lot of money on the drill. It stands out the targets. We can do that literally desktop, define targets and then go in and drill test them. So it saves us a lot of time, a lot of manpower, a lot of money ultimately.
Now, it sounds like the desktop geology has begun and you've got to go analyze all of that data. When can we expect to learn more about these targets, and what does further exploration look like here?
Yeah, so further exploration, I'll start with the latter question. It is getting in there with the drill. We're excited to get in and get drilling there. But what we're looking for is certain folds. We've got about 26 kilometers just standalone on a domal edge. I don't want to get too far into geology, but 26 kilometers of strike that we can explore for numerous deposits. And again, our neighbor, it's identical backdrop along the strike length. Usually these sediment hosted copper deposits are stacked up in a row. So what we're going to do is just layer our geophysics and pick some of the more standout targets and get drilling as soon as March.
Now, Luke, let's be honest, a lot of Australians aren't familiar with copper exploration in the Botswana region. What attracts you to this part of the world?
Look, at the beginning of our discussion, I spoke about tier one copper deposits. Well, a tier one deposit needs to be in a tier one jurisdiction. Botswana stand out as the top African nation from a mining perspective. If you look at any of the Fraser Institute material on tough jurisdictions in the world, Botswana is right up there in terms of being a safe jurisdiction. They have well-established mining law. You've got big companies like De Beers in there, a huge amount of diamond production, obviously. I've driven through the whole country, or the better part of the country. It is a pleasure to visit. You know, they've got multi-lane highways. They've got big coal mines producing power and sending it straight into South Africa. The difference between Botswana and South Africa to visit is night and day. It's remarkable. It is just, there's a pride of ownership there. There's a pride of nationality, and it's just a free, hardworking country.
So what I'm hearing is that if your exploration efforts do reveal a tier one deposit, you've got excellent infrastructure to support a potential project.
Everything there. And proof of concept sat right next door to us in a multi-billion-dollar pre-existing mine up in production and one of the lowest cost producers on the planet. So yeah, it's all been laid bare for us. We're just walking in and getting the easy parts.
Well, may the geology gods be with you. Listen, Luke, thank you so much for your time today, and I look forward to your next update.
Yeah, thank you very much, and same goes.